Let me guess, exams are in less than a month. You've been procrastinating this whole time, but you finally decided to lock in. So, you plan to study the whole day today and get at least 7 things done to be productive. But you end up doom scrolling and watching YouTube instead. Don't beat yourself up about it. You're watching this video, aren't you? Don't worry, because I am literally in your exact position right now. To prepare for my exams, I spent my entire spring break studying. So here's how I actually stayed motivated as a chronic procrastinator, doom scroller, etc. You get the point. And no, I'm not gonna talk about mindset I'm not gonna talk about mindset changes or procrastination is a life wasted, blah blah blah. I'm gonna tell you guys 5 changes you can make now to get that 5 on the AP exam. Guys, for some reason, I can't for the life of me study in my own room. I get so distracted. If I don't start doom scrolling, then I probably lie down on my bed or play guitar or read a book or do basically anything except for actual studying. So this week, I forced myself to get out of the house and go to a bunch of study cafes to be productive. So when I go to cafes, I feel like not only am I surrounded by people who actually are there to lock in and study a lot, but I also feel like it really prevents me from doom scrolling, because I don't like scrolling when I think other people can see what I'm scrolling about. Even though like my For You page is completely fine, I just like don't like that vibe of my privacy being invaded. So when I'm in a cafe and like my back is open to a bunch of people and they can see my phone, even if they're not looking, like I just don't like to doom scroll. But also, when I'm in cafes, I'm always surrounded by people who are constantly locking in. The other day, I went to Comma, and there was a girl who had a timer and was literally doing like an entire past paper. So I decided that I did a past paper too. Yeah, also, I just generally think the ambiance of some cafes, it's a really nice scenery change, which kind of keeps me motivated, because if I stay locked up in my room the whole time studying, I kind of feel like I'm basically just cooped up in my room the whole time. That really makes me demotivated, so getting out of the house and getting a change of scenery really helps me focus more and be motivated to study. Also, some cafes' ambiance is really nice. You guys should go check out my Instagram, right, Mooshu? Go check out my Instagram for some recommendations of study places in Hong Kong. Last week I went to a bunch of study cafes with my friends. So I have a friend, Bernice, and she was literally so focused. Kind of in a way kept me accountable because I didn't want to be the one to distract her from her work. So I did end up actually getting my own past papers done and doing a lot of practice for AP Chem. Basically, friends keep you accountable. Also, I found that I usually take breaks by doom scrolling, because once I get on my phone, I basically don't get off it. And suddenly I've spent the whole day scrolling on Instagram. I found that when you go study with other people or with friends, your breaks are kind of when you go yap to them and talk about life and stuff. So it's quite easy to get back on track instead of just scrolling on your phone for the next 3 hours, which is what I do. Also, you guys, I really want to try out some of those study apps. I have Flora on my phone. It's where you like study and then grow a tree or whatever. I keep seeing that my friends, especially my friends that are doing IB, and they have like a leaderboard and they've all studied for like 9+ hours. I think those apps do help some people stay accountable. In summary, don't study alone. If you can't focus, get someone there who you know will make you focus. Find someone to keep you accountable. I'm joking, they're like hella overrated. Whenever I make a to-do list, I never follow through with them. And then I end up feeling so horrible about myself for not doing anything that I plan to do. This is not saying you should never make a to-do list. Like, I think plotting out the general idea of when you want to study and what you want to accomplish is good, but don't make it too detailed and don't really beat yourself up about it. I feel like the to-do list should be more of a guideline instead of things that you must complete, because I found that when I make a to-do list, I don't really complete everything, and then I end up feeling really demotivated and I just don't end up doing the work. Don't beat yourself up too much if you can't really follow it. What I do now is, instead of making a bunch of tasks that I want to get completed, I fix up my day based on the hour of what I want to study. And I think there's a really good way to do this so that you actually stay motivated with what you do. In the morning, always start with what you don't want to do, because the morning is where you are most motivated and have the most energy. And then lunch, afternoon, that's where you put the kind of boring, mundane tasks. So I'm taking AP Chem, Stats, and Lang. I am bad at English, and I really suck at writing English essays. So that is what I would do in the morning. After lunch, I would do AP Stats, because it's not that easy, but it's not that difficult. But it's a course that I don't enjoy as much. I would do Stats, so it'd go English, Stats, and then in the evening, I would do Chem, because Chem is a subject that I genuinely really enjoy and I really want to do well in. That's what I would do last, because it's the task that, out of all the tasks, that I'm most looking forward to, almost, if that makes sense. So that's how I would organize my day, but I feel like a to-do list itself, not my type of thing, guys. Another thing I genuinely recommend is filming yourself. You don't even have to use a fancy camera, literally just use your phone or use photo booth or something. Make a time lapse of yourself studying. For me, it really helps me stay on task because if I go off task, firstly, like my phone is literally being used in the filming process. But secondly, you can see yourself going off task if you end up filming yourself. So I think that is something that actually keeps you quite on task, focused, and reliable. I know this video is about motivation in general, and I think filming yourself really motivates you to actually stay on task and be productive when you do the work. And it's nice. Who knows, you might want to make a YouTube channel or like have a little study compilation at the end. I know storage space is a problem, so literally just delete the video afterwards. I just think in general, it really helps me stay on task. And that's one of the things that I genuinely really struggle with. So it keeps me off my phone, stops me from taking breaks that are too long, because otherwise then I'm just like gone from the video entirely. But also like when I've been vlogging my day, you know, I show at the start of the vlog like, oh, here's my little to-do list, and then I don't do any of it. Kind of sad, right? Filming myself creates like almost an imaginary accountability measure for me to actually like stay studying. Lastly, use pomodoro timers. I really like having a timer on when I work because that's how I schedule my studying. Instead of making a to-do list, as I mentioned earlier, I allot my day into like different like time slots of when I'm gonna study what subject. It really helps you get everything done. And I think the timer really helps because it does give you breaks when you need them. So sometimes you don't really think you need a break and you just try to go through the whole day, the whole thing, whatever, in one go, which can be really tiring and really, really demotivating. But with pomodoro timers, they give you like 5-minute breaks, etc. in between in a way that keeps your motivation up, but also gives you breaks and lets you take a break. I'm not Englishing. But basically, these timers, I think they're really helpful because not only do you actually get a lot of stuff done, but they also give you breaks in order to keep your motivation up the whole time. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know what to say. What do you say at the end of the video? Here's the dog. I love her. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I think I'll be uploading another video soon, hopefully, of kind of my study techniques. Instead of just like, oh, how do you stay motivated? Like, how do I actually take notes in class and study? Subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video, whenever I upload that.